Okay, we're going to start looking at our heart here. The epicardium is the wall that lines the outside of the heart. The apex is down here towards the bottom, near the base. We have the right and left atria. We're on the top up here. The right is up here, and the left is over here. The right atrium has the deoxygenated blood. The left atrium has the oxygenated blood. The right and left auricles are by the atrium, and they're used to collect oxygenated blood that's leaving the lungs. The right and left ventricles are kind of the big bases here, the right and the left. The interventricular sulcus is kind of like this line that goes down, and it is where the left coronary artery and the great cardiac vein are located. The pulmonary trunk is kind of a big tube inside, which all we can see from the outside is the arteries outside. And what it does is it carries the blood out to the lungs, and this is deoxygenated blood. The aorta is up top here, and this is taking blood out to the body, and this is oxygenated blood. The ascending aorta is near there, and it's kind of tube-like, and the aortic arch is supposed to be up here, but we can't really see the three vessels. But it would be up by the aorta, and it would have the brachiocephalic artery, the left common carotid, and the left subclavian. And moving down, let's see. Sorry, 1 second. We have the superior vena cava, which would be a big kind of tube right in here that would go down, and at the bottom part would be the inferior vena cava. The coronary sinus is the joining of the veins that cross the left ventricle, about here. The blood in those vessels is going into the right atrium, and those are veins carrying it, and it is deoxygenated blood. Now moving on to the internal part of the heart, we can see the inner wall. That is the pectinate. The myocardium is kind of the meaty side of the right and left sides there. The myocardium of the left ventricle is about 3 times thicker than on this right side. You can see the thickness here, and then the thickness over here. And the reason that is because it needs more pressure to pump out more blood. And now you can see the trabecula carne, which is on the inside. They're kind of like little fibrous strips in here, down there. The interventricular septum is in the middle there. The bicuspid is the left AV valve. It's kind of this tube-like section up in here with webs in it. And the tricuspid on the right side is up in here as well, and you kind of dig under those. What are those? The cordia tendineae, which we can clearly see there, kind of like webs across there. The cups of the valve are up in the ventricle. You can see way up in there. The papillary muscle is the muscle on the inside that's sort of tube-like in here. The pulmonary semilunar valve is in the pulmonary artery, and the aortic semilunar valve is on the opposite side of the heart, but on the same place. And that is it.